So we always talk about our favorite black actors or our favorite actors in general. But who is your favorite actress in Hollywood?
What a good question. What a great question you got there. Um, my favorite actress in Hollywood is probably Anya Joy Taylor, or Anya Taylor Joy. She might kill me, once she finds out her name is butchered, and we'll.
Such an easy name too, man.
Yeah, exactly. And Anya Taylor Joy is my favorite. She's the one who did Queen's Gambit, and what I like about her is she's from Argentina. If I got this right, she's also biracial. And, she did Queen's Gambit completely, obviously, in kind of like a Midwestern, like a neutral dialect. But she's fluent in Spanish. And people don't know that until you watch her interviews.
Right.
She's bilingual. I just think it's sick because people you don't really expect it from, it's like, it just throws you off a little bit. She's really amazing. She really is probably, I would say, the best actress in Hollywood under 35.
Under 35? No, for sure. What are your favorite projects that she's been in?
Queen's Gambit is the one that definitely, put her on the map for a lot of people.
I hear that's amazing. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it took like 30 years for the creator to make it, which is the story.
Has that been the thing lately? Like with Squid Games, it took them a long time. Yeah. Stranger Things, you have to pick. Like that's crazy.
It's common in this industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually more. You're more to hear that story than the other way around.
For sure.
You don't really hear about the guy who said, "Man, it took me 18 months to edit this and cut this down. And look, it's critically acclaimed." It never really happens that way. You either spend time with it, let it marinate.
Yeah.
To tell something original in a different way. So yeah, he wrote that 30 years ago. He started that 30 years ago.
Jeez
And
Louise.
as soon as it came out, obviously it couldn't be done any better. Like, it's one of those series you watch and there's not one thing you could change about it to make it better. And Anya Taylor-Joy, she carried it. She carried a lot of it. I would say that she didn't drop the ball. That's the idea when you're a good actor. You just don't drop a segment of the film. When you have trusted filmmakers, they'll take care of everything else, and it's just a sound project.
Yeah, because, and you know this, there's so much out of your control even after you're done finishing it as an actor. You don't know what cuts they're going to use, you don't know how it's going to be edited, and it's crazy how I've talked to some actors who said, "Oh, I've never seen that movie, even though I'm in it." Like, they're the lead actors, like, "You've never seen it, but you were in it." And they were like, "Yeah, but this is when I first started like acting." They were like, "Yeah, but it's different when they cut it because they can use different takes, they can manipulate it, make it look really, really good."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, really? And then as I got older, as I got more seasoned in the game, like learned more, I was like, oh, now I understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, there's 3 films every time you take part in a project. The film you write, the film you shoot, and the film you edit. And so those are 3, they can be 3 different films. In a fantasy world, every new and green actor comes in and hoping that exactly what they write is what comes out at the end. But the truth is you're going through 3 different film processes. The movie you write, the one you shoot, and the one you edit. All of them have different limitations. You're going to get a different product. Hopefully as close to the initial one you started with.
No, for sure.
So we'll flip that question around. We'll ask the same question to you. Who's your favorite actress?
Man, I've been going back and forth on this one for a minute. From 2010 to 2013 or 2014, it was Jennifer Lawrence. When she had that like meteoric rise, when she was like at Hunger Games, she was in all these different movies. It was her for a while. But then as I got older, as I started watching more actresses and more performances, I really like, that's a really good question. I really like, you know what? Since I messed up, I'm still probably gonna stick with Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I like, maybe because she's from the Midwest. She's from Kentucky, and I think she's from Kentucky. And I'm just a fan of her work, dude. She knocks out the park every time. I do like watching her when she's on the screen,
right?
Because it's very authentic. Even her in the Hunger Games was such a big franchise with so much going on. she's carrying a lot of those films and with a lot of her performances, and it's just
Yeah.
she's a really really great actress.
Yeah, I would say so too. And then, yeah, I do want to correct my response though. Anya Taylor-Joy is amazing, but I can't go any farther without saying the best actress, in my opinion, is Viola Davis, hands down. I've said that in other episodes, so I didn't really feel like I needed to say it here. But Viola Davis is, in my eyes, the best actress alive, or best actress in Hollywood. There might be an actress somewhere who hasn't got any exposure yet, that hasn't been on camera yet, and that could, prevail and be, be even greater than Viola Davis. But as far as Hollywood goes, Viola Davis is the greatest we have.
I really like Lupita Nyong'o.
Yep, she's amazing as well.
I'm a big fan of her. I think I love Viola Davis too. But I definitely like Lupita Nyong'o just because 12 Years a Slave is one of my favorite movies, and her performance in that movie is just it's incredible, dude.
She's amazing as well, and then I love Angela Bassett.
Yes, absolutely. And last night I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I've seen that movie and I've seen Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, because both of those actresses, Jamie Lee Curtis and Angela Bassett, were both nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Right.
And in my opinion, I think Angela Bassett should have won. I just think what happened was the Oscars or the Academy has such a negative viewpoint of comic book movies in general, especially Marvel movies. They just didn't want to give it to her. Because we see actors from comic book movies win awards, like Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight and
Posthumous is different.
Yeah. But also Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, and I think that also won.
He got Best Actor for that?
Yeah, he got Best Actor.
Wow.
Yeah, he got Best Actor for it.
Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you, man, that was a phenomenal movie, though.
Yeah, it was a great movie, but my opinion, after watching both movies, is like, how do you not go with Angela Bassett? You know what I mean? But
oh yeah,
just the Academy. I'm not trying to compare the Academy to God or anything like that, but I guess the Academy works in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? But
yeah, you can say that, man. You can say that. Yeah, I can't. Some things happen amongst the academies have no rhyme or reason. It happens the same with like the Grammys. The Grammys had Best Album of the Year. The nominees for Best Album of the Year went to it was between Harry Styles and Bad Bunny and a couple other artists. Well, Bad Bunny sold more units than anybody in 2022 by far. That's why we hear about him so much, because that year he just passed everybody. Passed Beyonce, passed Drake, passed Kendrick Lamar. All their sales combined were, more like what Bad Bunny was dealing with, right? And instead of giving him Best Album of the Year based off some metrics and things like that, they give it to Harry Styles, and they give Bad Bunny the Best Latin Album of the Year. And it's just like, and that's why we make Black Hollywood, because, we know the limitations. We know,
Is that what they call Harry Styles, the new king of pop now?
No one called him that.
I've heard some trades on.
No one called him that. Yeah, no one called him that.
Yeah. He said someone lied to y'all.
Yeah, no one called him that. There's no way. There's no way.
That's incredible, not in a good way. That's incredible to me how Bad Bunny he sold more records worldwide, or he sold more from that album worldwide. Mm-hmm. But yet he's still more than any other artist
that year. And you can probably cumulatively. So it was a landslide.
But here's my question though to that. Maybe I'm playing devil's advocate. You can equate it to kind of film industry. If just because a movie makes a lot of money doesn't make it a good movie,
right?
Doesn't make it a phenomenal movie. That's not to doubt Bad Bunny's greatness or anything like that. But maybe in the eyes of the people who do the Grammys, units sold doesn't equate to the best. Make artistically, if that makes sense. But that also goes down another rabbit hole because it's very, very hard to compare art and judge art, which is why I don't really like these award shows
Yeah.
at the same time.
Right.
Because you can't, art is subjective.
Right.
How can we say that Harry Styles had a better album than Bad Bunny? And if Bad Bunny won, how can we say that Bad Bunny won, like, has a better album than Harry Styles?
Yeah, in my opinion, the best album of that year, the one that was the most creative, most innovative, would have been Kendrick Lamar.
For sure.
You know, but for obvious reasons, I'm gonna put Kendrick Lamar in there with Harry Styles, and so, but with units and all that kind of stuff, you know, Bad Bunny was up there, right? Mm-hmm. And it was his year, and he was the most played artist for the last 3 years on Spotify globally, and he had all these other stats going in his favor. And then I've seen how the Latin community reacts to Bad Bunny's albums, and they resonate with them deeply. Now the question is, are the people who sit in those Grammy chairs the ones who resonate? Does it resonate with them? And the answer is no.
Right, but you can say that with a lot of music, though. You know what I mean? Does it, just because you're African American doesn't mean you resonate with rap? You know what I mean? Like, everyone has a different ear for everything.
It's true.
You know what I mean? But I still remember when we looked up this Latin music video from this very popular, I think it was Shakira, and she had like 100 million views. Yeah. And then we looked at Beyonce's, like, Single Ladies, and that's at like 50 or something, or whatever.
Yeah. We had there's like a new Beyonce track that was like a little bit less, and the reason being, there's multiple reasons for that. You know, a lot of America listen to music through YouTube, and so when they play stuff back, they're playing it through YouTube opposed to using a Spotify. And in Latin America, when they play music back, they're listening to it through YouTube. Primarily, they listen to YouTube, they watch all their videos on YouTube, and here we're using Apple Music, we're dividing it amongst different platforms. But then there's a fair argument there that may not be the truth, because on Spotify, Bad Bunny is still number one on there. So
yeah,
so it's hard to say. I think they just consume a lot of content, but here nor there, this is a subjective art form. My favorite actress, hands down, is Viola Davis. My favorite young actress is Anya Joy-Taylor.
For sure.
Anya Taylor-Joy. I'm gonna say it both ways. It's like no.
I think it's Anna Taylor-Joy. I'm pretty sure.
Anya Taylor-Joy is my favorite actress.
Yeah.
Up and coming, I have a couple other friends that I would love to give them honorable mentions, but I will later on. That I think one of my friends is probably the best actor I've seen, and even directors around me were freaking out. Like, yeah, that I've seen in real life. But yeah, we got some good people out there. Your final words?
No, man, and just for me, Lupita Nyong'o, Jennifer Lawrence, and also like Charlize Theron as well.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron. I think she's a great actress. She's more African American than me because she's actually from Africa. But no.
South Africa. That's right.
Yeah, big fan of her work.
Yeah. So is our friend James. All right, this is Black Hollywood.
Yep.